We're live. Alright. Cool. So, get right back into this. Do the next 3 chapters. Kareem, Maximilian, and Lindsay. The darkness comes. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Everything should be looking good. Especially the slight adjustments I've made to the overlay. Scanline should look a lot better. Alright, the gift of forever.
Dreams. Modern psychology offers only unproven theories. Some see them as the meaningless tossing and turning of a brain settling into a restful sleep. Others see them as laden with symbols of our unconscious desires. To still others, dreams represent the upwelling of the archetypes, normally hidden deep within the recesses of the human collective unconscious. Of one thing I am certain. After a brush with the ancients, our dreams metamorphosize into nightmares.
And back we go to the resting place of the artifacts.
I have implored you for years, yet you ignore all my advances. You dominate my dreams, and I can think of nothing else. I fear I desire you many 100 times more than you love me.
My life has become a waking dream, Kareem. For weeks, I have dreamed of an ancient treasure, so precious that it changes all life around it. It must be mine, Kareem. If you truly desire me, as you say, then you will find this for me. Bring this treasure to me, and I will be yours. Both of our dreams will come true.
I need nothing more than you. You have enthralled me to the point where I can think of nothing else. Promise, if I leave, you will not forget about me.
You need not worry. I desire nothing more than the treasure that you seek. Leave now, Kareem, and I shall await you.
And back to it. Now then. Yeah, he's got none for the moment, so... Double check to make sure I'm not missing anything up here. Okay. Down into the Hall of the Eternal Darkness. There lies Anthony. And now they're live again. That was close. Okay. It's nice when they line themselves up well that, like, their melee attacks will just kill other enemies beside them. That's why you always aim for the head first, because they can't see anything without it. these things. So far, Sanity is still topped off nicely. He's not getting up. He is, though. Sweet, another rune. Still got a talisman for healing if necessary. Yeah, the rune, if I... what it is. Oh yeah, that's right. The codex is needed if you want to know the name of it, so... yeah, this is still on track. And I got the statuette. Alright, trappers are supposed to spawn here. Oh, we'll be back here as soon as another statuette to get down this ladder. Yes, I'll take that torch, thank you. Sure, just pick it up right now. Okay. And this is the codex for a completely different room. We'll get that eventually. This there, and this one down here. Switch to the chakrams as well, because I'm pretty sure I recall what comes up after this. Yep, trappers. Okay, come on. This is honestly like a better camera angle that it's ever given me whenever these things spawn. No idea why. I was able to just get like a clean shot of like most of them real easy. Yep, let's descend. Perhaps he did die from the monsters. Yeah. I don't see any other humans that keep their sanity. But hey. Cool. We get another Tulwar. I've always appreciated like the variety of weapons that Kareem gets over the course of his chapter. With what he starts with, and then like you get a second Tulwar. And then like the final sword that you get, which is basically his equivalent to Anthony's Y-hander. Oh, here he is, Bone Thief. Okay. And our sanity is definitely capped at this point, much lower. Recover spell. Ah, yes. We'll need that eventually. Right. Should have swung a bit sooner. And another Bone Thief. Oh, yeah. I'm glad this decided to happen now, though, all things considered. Finally get to just let these sanity effects play out. Hey, Selnar. The sass is always appreciated. And then, oh right, this thing. Wait, I forget. Is that rune required still for this? Oh, it is. Well, actually, yeah. Oh well, this was strategic, I promise. I'm not gonna restore all my sanity, just enough because of that horror that is, like, in the room. And I don't want to get into a position where I'm having to deal with additional health drain because of that. Okay. Back to it. Sometimes getting caught by the trappers can be helpful. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a go in the Darambo. That's gonna be a fun one once we get it. I love it. Like I said, it's up there with Anthony's two-hander during his chapter. Just keep running as best as I can around everything. Okay, good. Yeah. Down to half health though, but that's... yeah, that's nothing our talisman can't fix. Okay. They're bastards indeed, I won't deny that. But just like everything else in this game, by the time you reach the end, with all the magic you get, they become such a joke. It is, yeah. And even like when you know where like it's gonna be arcing too, like just being in close range after hitting them will just cause electricity to just leech off of them onto you regardless. So like, they're definitely just the hardest enemy in general to avoid damage without like the shield spell that you get later on. In fact, actually now that I've got the two other runes, I'm gonna see if I can just like make the spell right now, because that's a fun thing you can do with the spell system, is that if you already know about it ahead of time, you can just, yep, just like that, you can like create the spell early, even if you're missing like a codex or even the spell scroll. All it really looks for is that you just need the runes and you're good. I do wish I had the Ulihoth rune though, but that's neither here nor there, at least not yet.
Dear Alex, I will always be at your side. There are times when insanity takes hold, and nothing seems right.
Where's my last codex? Pretty sure the last one that I got was... oh, you mean like the one for like the rune that doesn't have one yet? I don't know. I'm assuming that's supposed to be later on. The last codex I picked up was the one in that room with the horror. Oh, speak of the devil, it's right here. Yep. There's Narrowcath. And Santak. And Turbok. Magormore. Cool. Only rune missing in the list right now is obviously Ulioth, but, you know, that's for a bit later. Ah, that's what I've been waiting for. The Ramdao. Okay, come on. It definitely does, yeah. Get back as much sanity as I can before the rest of these bodies dissolve. Okay, that's enough that I could hope for. In fact, I am actually... Oh, right. Ah, shoot, after this cutscene. Or not, maybe I should get it out of the way first. Can I enchant this in time? Yes, I can. Still love how you can completely cleave off torsos with a vertical slice. It just works. Alright. Oh, and of course the Ulioth zombies. Just have to make do. Still cleaves them in one go. Alright. Yeah, this is fun. This is definitely just like one of those moments in the game early on where it's like a character's chapter feels way more like an action adventure in a way. Like even against all these horrors that you face, you can't help but feel like that like the game is just giving you the tools to really like take on the world. Oh shoot, come on, go down. No. Ah, just why is it not? Just give me back a little sanity, please. Ah, I'm not dead yet though. Actually, disregard that previous statement. You can't take on the world, at least, like, not so recklessly. Oh, man. Still, glad to have this sword. 2 bone thieves in a row. They're... Oof. I mean, just one by itself is enough of a challenge. You throw 2 of them at once, or even more, you are like... Yeah, you're gonna have a hard time. So, I'm double checking my math. Yes. Yeah, I remember that unique little death animation. Had it happen once before. Let's see. Trying to double check back through my map thus far just to make sure I haven't possibly, like, missed something. And, yeah, that top floor and they've got nothing left. Right, yeah, because... Yep, okay. Haven't missed anything. Next, I have to unlock that door with the Ulioth symbol. Okay. Enchant item on this. Like so. Oh yes, this is the one of the ones I was hoping would happen. I feel like that sanity effect that happened right there completely justifies my decision to set up this stupid CRT overlay on the stream. You know it was worth it. Yep. Yep, all the ancients, save for Mantarok, like, adhere to Pokemon rules. Water's always gonna be fire. Okay, time to sneak and pick off these trappers. Ah, yes. Man, it really is extra beneficial right now that, like, I went with the alignment I did just because Xelatoth's gonna be, like, the last of the three main runes that we're gonna be getting. So, I still had to make do with my current sanity. Yep. Yep, like you said. Rock, paper, scissors, gun. And I like to think that if the fifth yellow ancient was to ever have been a thing, it would have been rock, paper, scissors, gun, nuke. At least I would hope it would be like nuke, just something to like one up Mantarok's power in some incredibly dumb way. That'd be fun. All right. Oh, great, this thing. Alright. Oh, good, and I still got my enchantment. Let's... Come on. Ah. Yes! Alright! This is why you use the more powerful alignment against certain enemies. Stuff like the Horde, they don't stand a chance at one hit. Especially with this thing. It only has really withered and weak zombies, though. Yeah, well, not even zombies, really. Well, I guess technically you could count Anthony as that, considering, like, the yellow aura that shows up. But it's like, yeah. I don't know. It's still hard to really, like, know definitively what even the yellow ancient could have been. Oh. We're fine. But yeah, it's like, I at least like to think that the yellow ancient would have been something at least that could be, like, considered comparable to Mantarok. Because you really can't do anything to disrupt the whole rock, paper, scissors dynamic the main three already have. It's got to be something that's, like, outside that main realm. They're considered yellow? I thought they were considered Mantaroks. Huh, okay. Well, I guess it could go either way. I'll do one more heal for good measure. Okay. Now let's... Wait, no, I didn't want to charge it with red. Dang it, I gotta swap that out. Okay. True. I just thought it was Mantaroks because, like, the very weak zombies, like, their dark skin, I always assumed that was, like, a result of, like, at least, like, in terms of color, that ended up, like, making me think of purple more. But yeah, I guess it makes sense. I still think of it most in terms of, like, how, you know, when, like, the magic effect keeps taking over Anthony during his chapter, like, it's a red aura, and he's clearly decaying. So yeah, like it withering and corroding away, like the things that it affects. That makes sense. Okay, now to recast this. There we go. Got blue power. Okay. Time for this little gauntlet. Okay. Just keep my sanity at the bare minimum wherever possible. Come on. It's funny, after playing a lot of No More Heroes HD during the past week, just this kind of very rhythmic back and forth and like repeating of specific scenarios is reminding me all too much of that and like its side missions. Just spending so much time on assassination gig number 18. Oh great, and a bone thief, it just had to be that. And a horror, of course. You gotta have it like finishing that. Run, 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 run. Come on. Ah, well. Okay, come on, get over here. Ah. I'm still doing a bad job of dodging that. How was that not close? Oh yeah, that's right. It doesn't even need like a magical like enchantment on it. The Ram Dao is just that good enough to one-shot a horror. But that's done. Sweet. They're tough enough to need 2 hits? Right, yeah, of course. That's true. Yeah, because the Chaturga alignment just like buffs their strength and like constitution. Alright, time to get the artifact and go home.
Kareem, we will be together forever.
Chandra? What happened to you?
Things change, my dear Kareem. But even though my body is ravaged,
Okay.
I await you.
Yeah.
Who did this to you?
Yeah, you definitely know a lot more about like the very specific numbers than I do.
I gave myself
And like I've played this game like I swear at least half a dozen times.
had me dragged from my bed.
But yeah, I've never gone that deep into like the very specifics about each variation on the enemies.
Across my body, and my blood cooled upon the floor. She cursed
Like the most I always ever really knew was when it came to the zombies and how like cutting off the limbs of a Zelatath zombie didn't really matter because just the ethereal version would remain, and then the Ulioth zombies with their like magic kamikaze,
I know the true value of the artifact which I asked you to
and Chaturga zombies like regenerating their body parts and all that. So yeah, that was really always only the extent of my knowledge on like how the different types of enemies worked.
Only when that is complete will we be together.
Sacrifice. Why should I do anything for you? You lied to me. Betrayed me. And you really don't look so good anymore.
You must forget
Well,
the past.
yeah, she's dead, Kareem.
Despite who you are now, you will also become something more, just as I have. But the sacrifice
Yeah,
must
that's
be made.
Yeah, that's definitely not like a pretty way to go.
Guard the artifact. Dark things will come to claim it, and you must be strong to keep it from them. Without your sacrifice, the world will fall into eternal darkness.
The things I do for love.
Mm-hmm. Clang. Chapter complete. And that was fun going back through that again. Just, it's always a good time going on just a rampage with the Ramdao, but now we gotta get ready for one of... Oh, game's over. Okay. That's it for the stream. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you again in Sanity's Redemption. Oh.
This isn't really happening.
Oh, man. But yeah, we actually have to get ready for the next chapter, which is one of the all-time best of this entire game. I'm sure you remember Cell. Actually, let's double check. Just like, okay, yeah, my sanity for Alex is already like at 3/5. It does have some of the best music, yeah. At least like the one that's most memorable to me is like the one that like it definitely adds to the atmosphere, but it's one you wouldn't really associate with like the time period that like it happens in. Missing some tools you can get upstairs. Yeah, I'll double check that because I want to say that I did do like a run through of the upstairs near the end of last stream, but we gotta get a phone call.
Hello?
Remember me, Alex?
This isn't really happening.
Yeah. But while we're here, we're gonna do here just like we did with Kareem, showing just how smart this game's design was. Very much all thanks to Nintendo's input in making sure Silicon Knight's talent was reined in and focused. Yeah, we'll open that spice jar in a moment, but yeah, let's just do like a quick run through again of the upstairs, just to make sure I did get everything I could. I specifically avoided the bathroom just because I did not feel like going for like any of the bathroom jump scare, because it's like, A, people can look that up on their own, and B, I don't like jump scares, so I'd rather not have to subject myself to it if I can. Oh, right, yeah, we don't have power on in that room yet. Might as well, yeah, I guess I will. I'll just avoid going near the bathtub itself. Like, because the only thing that I recall of note that was still in the bathroom was a journal from Max's, was like a page from Max's journal, you know? Right, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I know I should remember that that's specifically what it looks for, but I was always left unsure just because when it did happen to me, it got me real good. Just, oh man. Yeah, what a... I can at least still appreciate that that Silicon Knights had the foresight to have only one jump scare of that type in this game. There we go. Got the page. Now we get out. Yeah. Let's actually check it now to give us a... Because this is our next character in the story, so we might as well get a look at, like, what goes on in his head. Don't have the key for the handgun yet. Yeah, because I think, like, the only key I have in my inventory right now is the dresser key. But I can't really use that yet, I think. Bedside table in this room. Okay, I'll make sure once I've, yeah. The dresser key? Yeah, I got that. And you said... Right, because, like, the bedside... Like, the bedside table, I went through there and I got the, it was ammo for the revolver. That's what's in here. But yeah, and I think, like, the dresser key's supposed to be for here, but I can't do that yet until I have, like, the specific spell to kind of remove, like, these symbols. Anyway, yeah, let's just check this spice jar. The lurking horror. Man, and he only needs a 5-point spell just to talk with one of these things.
My liege, the future is yours. The light in the age of darkness has been extinguished. The pillar of flesh has been constructed. The master of chaos, the keeper of the ancients, is long dead. The planets will be in alignment soon. All is prepared for your arrival. I will begin the final incantation that will bring you into our world within days. The next millennium will truly usher in a new age. Your guardians, now prepare the gate!
Alright. Here we go. For one of the best, most tragic characters that this story has.
I will not argue that I was shocked by the sudden mention of one of my ancestors, the distinguished Dr. Maximilian Roivas. It chilled me to my bones. Where had this ancient book come from? How had my ancestor stumbled upon it? I feverishly began to read more, eager to learn his story. It seems that Maximilian had inherited his father's mansion, just as I had. Alone since the death of his wife, and since his children had their own adult lives, he explored the house to discover his family roots.
It has been 2 weeks since the death of my father, and it has finally come to me to look over the mansion. Now, I am truly alone, and forced to start a new life here in Rhode Island. I intend to make the mansion
all 4 of them.
and live in it as my forefathers have.
Still used very well than most other games that reuse, like, locations repeatedly.
In my time here, I have to...
Because, like, it's a very justifiable reason, you know? They're the same places, just at different points in time. Alright, we got our flintlock ammo, our medical journal, and the pistol. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Oh, I'd all but forgotten about Dragon Age 2 and how much it just fumbled a lot of its, like, of its whole series after Origins. Man. Yeah, that was real pathetic. Like, the only difference would be just, like, dropping, like, a rock model, like, or 2 or several, like, to show, like, a cave-in over the entrance. And it's like, you really couldn't have done more than that? Seriously? Ugh. Yeah. More ammunition. He's busy with his duties. Another one of my favorite little text boxes, just being so, like, so just overjoyed at having a literal goddamn toilet. Or, no, sorry, an art interior, like a state-of-the-art interior outhouse. Fun trivia, to kill a mook you needed to either critical hit or use a skill, and skills had cooldowns about 40 to 75 seconds. Yeah, that's too long, especially like if there's just no way to like improve the skills further to something that is like more tolerable and easy to use. Most of America still hasn't figured out indoor plumbing. Yeah, most of America still hasn't really figured out a lot of things. They think they have, but they're just like, I would almost say they're like half measures or half solutions at best. Like, come on. What's the difference between America and yogurt? Oh, you tell me. After 200 years, it grows a culture. I get it. Let's take a look at this letter. Antiquity of which you ask is indeed the Tome of Eternal Darkness. Or a copy of it, at least. No, definitely not a copy. I don't know. Like, I mean, like, if you were dealing with the Necronomicon, would you even want to try and risk copying its contents? I'd imagine it's the same deal here. Remain within the sanctity of the mansion for in the wrong hand to be a powerful weapon. For sure. Take this codex for good measure. Yep. Gotta get all the ammunition we can, just to be safe. And yeah, just the music and ambience here in this chapter when you get to it is so strong. Yep, definitely. And given the given the plumpness of old Maximilian here, he doesn't have quite as high stamina as certain other characters do. Yeah. I'm at least glad that like it operates on the same kind of stamina rules as like Silent Hill 2 does, where it's like you can still technically keep sprinting, you can keep running, but there's obviously going to be a point where like it's not nearly as fast as it is. But it doesn't punish you straight up by going, nope, you're out of stamina, you have to stop now, unlike some other games, you know? It just turns from a sprint into an exhausted little jog. He's definitely not a good runner. Yeah, why would she say that? It's almost like this section is trying to put you in Max's shoes and feel paranoid about your own servants. Oh, well, she's alright, though. Just asking us if we're hungry or anything. That's very considerate of them. Okay. I think that's all we need for the ammunition in there. Ah, yes. Didn't have the piano quite yet at this moment, and... Alright. I remember that this is the way in, but I actually need to double check to make sure. Was the, like, the other side of the foyer? Hey, Wrath, welcome! You made it in time for one of the best chapters of the whole game. Ah, yes, the classic painting. Rock, paper, scissors, gun. Yeah, glad you're here, too. Alright, then. That's pretty much everything that we could scour as far as items. So now let's go and pick up that tome. Oh man, this is still such a good game. Alright. When darkness spreads its wings before my master Ulioth's greatest foe. In this case, it would be Zelatoth. Bingo! Reveal invisible. We'll definitely need that very soon once we go back to playing as Alex. Yeah. Outside of this, like, there were still some other interesting things you missed. Like, we got some good sanity effects that played during Kareem's chapter. That was a fun one. Okay, we got the dual... yeah, we got the dual flintlocks. We got the saber. We got a whole lot of pistol ammo. Oh yeah, I forgot to read this letter as well. It's been forsaken by the ancients. And... oh shoot, that's right. Again, I keep forgetting to remind myself. Well, it's not a save at the beginning of this chapter, but this is like the moment right before things hit the fan in Max's chapter, so yeah. Save for good measure. Alright, pick up the book. A letter slips out. And what could it be? It's the third one. Yep. Yep, our house is... it's not on an Indian burial ground, but it is on the ruins of an ancient eldritch city, the ruins of Enga. So... secret opening in the basement. That's obviously our next goal, is to find our way down there. Alright. Okay, come on. Ah. The arc lightning. Oh. No, no, stop chasing after me. I know you're possessed. I don't need this trouble right now. Ah. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I gotta do the little autopsy first. Yeah, she's dead now. At least I didn't have to do it myself, but... now, even then, at that point, I think if you were to actually try and kill them anyway, you wouldn't take, like, the crazy sanity loss you would normally get if you were to kill an innocent human. Yeah, autopsies are definitely one of the best parts in this game. Especially just, like, you pick an entry, and you get Max's raving, like, ramblings and, like, just going, what on earth even is this thing? So yeah, we got Reveal Invisible. But we also need to do a little heal. Recover health. Oh, dang it. Right.
Fabulous.
Well, we can at least take care of this. Yeah. Only thing we're missing, though, is the Zelatoth rune. Because otherwise, we're not going to be able to reveal the invisible entrance that is behind that seal. Oh, man. Okay. We do have to head back up here, though. I know that. Let's actually see if that's enough to cast the Recover Health. There we go. Feel much better. Ah, yes. Oh yeah, Michael Bell. Yeah, I think I actually recall him voicing like another character as well later on. But yeah, he totally voices Max as well. It's definitely like the most noticeable through line from Legacy of Kain to this in terms of the voice actors. Okay. Okay. A paper envelope sealed with a glob of melted wax. And we get the final letter. And basement key. What do we got here? Yeah, Peter Jacob. Yeah, that was the one that, like, the name was on the tip of my tongue when I was thinking of that character, yeah. Yeah. I'm... Yeah, Legacy of Kain, the original one, is one that I do feel like I still need to experience in some way, but I know about, like, through kind of infamous reputation, the people's, like, comments about all the block pushing that you have to do in that, but it looks like... I mean, it's a cool-looking world. I still want to get around to it someday. Just, it's on the list, just, like, not at the very top of priorities. So, alright. Recharge this. Yeah, not be surprised if that was the case, that it was that huge. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I've not played Blood Omen 2, so I wouldn't really know the context for, like, why it's probably derided by some fans. At least be curious. Why did I run back into that? There we go. Alright. Even when you're trading blows and tanking damage, it really is difficult to end up in situations where you can die, especially if it's a one-on-one. People just don't like it for not being a sprawling RPG. I can see that. Yeah. There's always those... Yeah, there's always that divisiveness that comes when there's like a clear shift in like genre priorities for a series over time. I understand that feel. Yeah, and not as plotty as the earlier ones. Oh yeah, that I can definitely see why that would be a big thing, especially with how touted the story is for Legacy of Kain. Alright, reveal invisible. Oh yeah, and since we have the Zelatoth rune now, we could technically start casting some Recover Sanity, but why would I ever do that? Like, come on. Too bad it died multiple gens ago now. Yeah. I mean, that's the case for so many things at this point. Actually, now that I have, like, the superior rune to Ulyaoth, I'm gonna swap out my enchant item spell. And enchant item and assign Zelatoth version to this. Possess people and walk off cliffs. Yeah, that sounds like a fun time. Okay. Assign the recover spell. Get health on D-pad up. Yeah.
enter my cell time.
Ah. Oh, I was lucky with that swing when the Bone Thief popped out. It came out just in time for my sword to just cleave off its head. Yeah, glad Oddworld made a comeback as well. Yeah. Good on Lorne Landing. Just hit it as it walks into a hit. Ain't it always fun when that happens? Oh yeah, damage field. Here it comes. Getting more spells now. Yeah. You know, I think actually just it's only fair, especially as we're getting near the end now, especially with the final enemy we face in this. I'm gonna actually start showing off the dual flintlocks. It can, yeah. And that's not even getting to the fact that some of the ranged weapons you get, especially later on, are so beastly. Pretty much just about anything once you get to Michael's chapter, it's like the game just stops any pretense of you having a disadvantage against the enemies. Lock and Load starts playing. Max just switches out his green coat for a red one and goes, "Let's rock, baby." Oh yeah, the elephant gun that Edward uses. Oh, that is a good one. Oh yeah, this scene. Everyone remembers this. They wondered at first what the hell this even was. And then they know for sure once they're done with this chapter. Ah, yes. I remembered that Z is like your special reload that you use for when you don't have an empty, like, clip or magazine, but you still want to, like, refill everything. I always forget that button is actually there, like... Disconnect... What the heck? Okay, it should be back up. I just got like, yeah, because like Windows alerted me that that the stream just got disconnected. Yeah, that was... Oh, screw it. Ah, well. At least I have these recorded locally as well, and that I upload them to my YouTube channel so that it's like... so like, hopefully it'll look a lot smoother if anyone ever wants to, like, rewatch, like, this if they missed it or anything. Yeah, that's weird. Remember to autopsy the trapper in the kitchen? Oh, shoot, I forgot that those were even in there. Thanks for reminding me, yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna go back there right now. This is what I get for being filthy and speaking a Sparta game into existence. I mean, hey, to be fair, I kind of want that Sparta game too. Alright. Yeah, this is weird. Admittedly, this is probably more reason why I should be keeping the, Also, a friend sent me a cursed image. Want the link? What kind of cursed? I mean, like, I feel like I could guess what kind of curse it is based on, like, my interactions with you. Safe for work cursed? Okay, yeah, I figured that was it. Curse that turns Arc on or not. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's Gura's final form, alright. God damn it. Okay. Might still turn me on. Not quite. It's a nice attempt, though. I'll give it that. Some points for effort. But yeah, that... Man. I was kind of worried whether or not there would even, like, be a disconnect that happened on stream, because it's like... I've already been having kind of, like, finicky problems with my internet in the evening, because I normally use a wired connection, and I would be using that. But the problem that kind of has come up at times is, I think due to the heating in my room, is that, like, I use a, what is it, one of those, like, wired extenders, where you plug it into an outlet, and you can, like, create, like, a wired LAN connection over your power circuits, power outlets. But for whatever reason, I guess the heat, and with, like, where those extenders are, it just messes with them and causes them to briefly lose connection for a while. So I figured, hey, I mean, my connection's still good. I'm still with my own private network. I'll try Wi-Fi. And yeah, that didn't really change things. Oh well. It's what I get for moving to a more convenient time for streaming on my end. Oh, it's a Corona one? Is it the one that I think it is? Yep, I have that exact same picture saved on my hard drive now. At least it's mostly working, man? Yeah, it is, yeah. I think ideally, if I wanted to, I would prefer to be able to, like, stream more often during the afternoons my time, but I obviously can't do that because, you know, I've got a job to do for most of those days. But yeah, let's finish this off. Time to deal with the Ulioth Guardian. I do like how, for all the different alignments, even though most of the enemies just get reskinned with different stats and attributes, I love that the Guardians are legitimately, like, different looking for each alignment. A certain red heart asked their fans to make horror art for her stream on the 28th. Trying to remember that. Is that referring to Marine? Oh, right. Oh, man, that's a lot of sanity drain. Okay, so... Oh, right. Oh, I have no idea why I was thinking of Marine, but yeah. Also, I very rarely think of her... I very rarely remember the name of Akai Hato. All that remains is Hachima. Cell wants to make sure we take sanity damage. Yeah, that's pretty much like his... Yeah, you know, that's basically his hobby at this point. It's incurring sanity damage through, like, through cursed imagery and bad jokes. Oh dear. Alright, I have no idea what good the whole, like, damage field was that I was doing then, but yeah, I actually need to just enchant these right now. I remember that. Oh dear. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Come on. Yeah, I just gotta heal right now before I get back to enchanting these freaking things. Oh my goodness. Okay. Do not interrupt this at all. Just let me get some shots off. Oh, man. Come on, rematerialize. Well, at least I have damage field up as a brief kind of respite. Still committed to using these flintlocks on this thing. Moment of silence for SCP-682. I'll have to take a look at that once I've made sure that this Guardian is dead. There it is! Okay. What do you got for me, Cell? Oh, God. Rip indeed.
The accursed beast was dead.
They do, yeah. It's just the thing you have to worry about with the flintlocks, obviously, is just the reload time and having to manage, you know, the zombie that it occasionally summons and avoiding the arcing lightning. But yeah, that was good. We're at the end, and we finally get to see one of the best cutscenes of this game. That is distinctly Hachima, and as such, that is also incredibly vile sounding.
Instead, they jeered and threw me into this forsaken place. A place of empty souls and fevered thoughts, reeking of fetor and decay, thinking me mad with delirium. The fools cast away their hopes of salvation, but locking me in this damned asylum.
May the rats eat your eyes!
I am now lost to your cause! The darkness comes! It will damn us all!
I love that so much. He tried to warn the world, but they took him for a madman. They really did. Definitely. Like, it's the sort of thing where even when going for realism, knowing that it's still not anywhere close to actual realism or even the uncanny valley, they knew they had to make it up with some minor stylings to go with it. Stylized realism really is underrated. Oh yeah. Yeah, Bayonetta, though that's also very much like kind of a special case in a weird way because not many other games go for the especially long legs that series does. But yeah, I could totally see that. Yeah, cuz outside of like that detail, there's definitely like a feeling of realism that's being portrayed to a degree. I didn't know Rob Liefeld drew manga now. Okay, I got to see this. Oh, jeez, that poor spine. Oh. Okay. Let's do a reveal invisible on this thing. Kamen hentai in action. Oh, I remember seeing that gif a while ago. That was real good. It's like someone was clearly inspired by Gonagai's Kekko Kamen series and was like, there is clearly not enough of this in the world. Kekko Kamen, for those who don't know, is basically like Naked Mask. That was the whole joke. Is that it was just a naked heroine, but with like a mask on her head. It was like clearly playing up the TNA. But hey, now we got a revolver that we can actually put some of those bullets into. I'm now both hungry and horny. Well, I mean, I ate a while ago, so I'm no longer hungry. So I'm definitely all that's left is horny. Oh my goodness. The last one you got. Go out on a good one.
Soon,
Oh dear lord.
the heart will be in our possession, my liege.
Never underestimate the power of Mantarok. Even in death, it corrodes all about
Thank you for
itself.
tonight's round of cursed content, Cell.
The presence of the corpse god causes fear in all who come
Behind the scenes for the
He has
thing.
torn entire
Definitely
villages
gave me
asunder
some vibes of
and
that.
made the region uninhabitable. Only the foolish would venture near it.
Even so, what may be easy to take may be easily taken away.
Fear not. For centuries we have searched for something that was before us all the time. Mantarok's essence never left the city temple, and with it located, we are
This
walking
cutscene and
closer
like the chapter that follows it is like one of those great things where it just kind of shows a moment that like for as evil and like plotting as Pius is for this length of time, he really is still just a stupid pawn. The hernia's all his guts trying to escape. Oh my goodness, that is a horrifying thought. Damn. Poor guy. Well, that's a relief at least. Pius is just a cooler Starscream, yeah. Although, yeah, he's cooler in the sense that he doesn't try and keep making, like, stupid plans to usurp his own master. Pius at least seems to understand that he has to be loyal because, like, that's his lot in life. But like, the Starscream part still comes into play where he keeps getting talked down by his superiors all the time. So, yeah. One more save before starting this, because this is the big one, you know? This is the one where I said that I'd be going for the Mantarok rune, because this is going to be our only chance to get it.
The ancients' influence was incredible.
Did I say last one? I lied.
Parts of the world, their tendrils.
It's much worse. Oh, dear.
Their prisons decayed constantly as their guardians' work continued. I discovered mention of a breakthrough in satellite.
Man, anyone watching this after the fact is like, I hope they're good at just at like seeing and typing all these URLs in the chat log just so they can get further context, because I sure as hell am not gonna be posting all of these images in the chat just for people to know. You can look that up yourself. Or not, if you want to spare yourself the sanity point loss.
And to finance the expedition. He found these in Paul
Photographic memory for the win.
Rare items who professed an interest in the discovery and agreed to help. After a dysentery-riddled...
Oh yeah, I was waiting for that. I was wondering when we were gonna get, like at least one joke of the whole, like, girl and dog getting fused together from Full Metal Alchemist. This one's actually questionable. Now you're actually making me unsure if I want to click that.
This is it. It has to be.
Oh, screw it. Here goes.
To pan out, but here it is. The satellite data was correct.
For years, I have searched for it without success. Here, all
Yep, that's horrifying. Yeah, closing that now.
beneath the great ancient's insidious magic. I am very
Anyway, who's this, like, Haramac-looking dumbass just trying to act all cool?
so pleased.
Talking to not Indiana Jones.
To an early bonus.
Yeah, this is just, it's Raiders of the Lost Ark, except with Eldritch Horrors, and Indy does not care one iota that he's going up against unspeakable horrors. It's great. This is like the first chapter where it just decides to throw you a character that is clearly not at all fazed by the horrific things that are happening in this universe. It's kind of amazing, even if it does defeat the whole purpose of this supposed to be a horror game and instill some kind of existential, like, fear and tension.
Die quietly.
If Indiana Jones was Tom Selleck and hung out with a Nazi after his face melted off. That's a good way to put it.
This place will be your tomb,
Alright.
just as it is Mantarok's. Guardians of Ulya.
Ah, yes, this thing. Lindsay ain't afraid of nothing. Now to destroy this eldritch horror with my automatic pistol. That's too close. True. Yeah, I do have a shotgun. Actually, yeah, I'll just use it right here. Because I think if there's anything to use the shotgun on, it's stuff like this and, like, a horror, you know? Zombies are chumps. I can just, like, stick to small arms and melee for those. Except for that one. And that one. I felt like I had to. Like, that was a classic RE moment to a T. Just let it get close and blow off the freaking head. That's fun. Okay. Reload for good measure. Get out the kukri. Ah, yes, and we get to use Lindsay's gimmick for this, in which he has an archaeologist brush. So we get to do things like this and sweep away all the dust that has accrued in this temple. Bronze dust. Might as well put this back. Sweet. Ah, yes, of course, can't go any further without the tome. Here lies Kareem. He finally scored, but only in death. You tried your best, Max. Now let's grab the book. Oh. Oh yeah. I'll let them infight while I do this. Not Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So on a scale of horrible to utterly mind-scarring, where should I stop when posting links? I don't know. To be fair, I'm kind of trying to focus on the rest of the game now that, like, I think it's less about how scarring it is and more like how much more can I afford to, like, stop what I'm doing in the game just to click a link. I guess Wrath can be the judge, though, if it starts to get too mind-scarring. I imagine he's got a higher tolerance than me. Or maybe about the same. Who knows? We lost one more of our legends to Eldritch Horrors. Time to keep creeping around here. Oh! Don't think I didn't see you there, Trapper. So far, it's been tolerable. Yeah, I mean, again, that's been kind of mostly like the range of like what Cell normally posts, like with what I've seen of him do, like in the Discord that we're in. Like, it's very much just stuff that is humorous, but in that very dark, kind of messed up way, but not like offensive. Alright, we got tier 1. Oh great, this thing. Yep, and oh yeah, that's right. We're gonna need another spell for this one. Right, because we don't have the chant, recover, reveal, damage. Yep, Dispel magic is next in line for spells that we need to get. Okay. Blocked in your country? Oh, okay, maybe in that case I'll just click it to see if it's... Yeah. Yeah, definitely the wrong cake there. Thank you, oppressive regime. Yeah. Not mine, not Sanity, and definitely not work safe. Oh well. Sucks when you're a lunch guy, but you're hungry at 8 a.m. Yeah. I definitely had, like, enough, like, times where it's, like... I don't know, where, like, I just feel myself being so hungry whenever, that it's, like... Any kind of, like, traditional meal time just goes out the window. Dude needs Jesus, Allah, and Buddha. Oh man, that already has me definitely concerned as to what the hell you posted, Cell. Oh, it's just text? Okay. That's good. So at least you can just come up with the horrible, like, mentally scarring imagery in your own head, rather than have it be provided for you. The kind of horny that kills your horny? Yeah. Okay. I can see how that'd be very rough. And what lies behind these cobwebs? Another codex. Oh, no. Get off me. Ah, still exploded. No problem. Barely took anything from that. Whew, okay. That's the Netflix rune. Okay. Thank you, Trap, for taking care of this zombie for me. Alright, what you got? There we go. That's the spell scroll that I was looking for. Yeah, and since we already got the Tier 1 Codex, that means we're obviously going to be getting the Summon spell, which is very important for that Mantarok rune if we're ever going to get it. So, what you... Oh, yeah. Let's get the shotgun ready. Because we are just going to blast this thing in its stupid 3 faces. All of them. Now then. Dispel. Cast. Zelatoth. Oh. Didn't get all 3 faces, just the left one in the arm. That's fine. Oh, yeah. Voila. Sweet. And that takes care of this floor. Silver necklace goes there, and silver bracelet goes here. Finally got you with one. Okay, then I guess that maybe, for everyone's sake here, that might be like a good point to stop with the cursed images. Oh well, got another rune. Oh good, and the shotgun's still fine. Because I know there's another one of these things down here. Come on. There we go, 2 shots. Nothing to it. Yeah. Cell may post cursed material, but at least he's respectful about it, and that's important. Okay, yeah, this floor, this is a big one. Okay. Right, so yeah, this is on the left side of this whole ring. Gotta remember. Yeah, because the thing that's a bit difficult for me is that, like, because I feel like depending on which door you come out of, like, the camera angle changes to, like, accompany it. So if I were to go through that door right in front of me and then come back out, I think it would, like, flip it around so that, like, it'd be facing the opposite direction and would throw off my sense of direction. Okay. Yeah, let's just work our way counterclockwise for now. Oh, right, this one with the little statue. I love fixed cameras, but they need to be executed well. Very much so. And to this game's credit, it does accomplish it very well. Most of the time. And I mean, that makes sense too, because they actually do, like, they move like they're on, like, on a track. So that... Because otherwise, if it was totally just fixed camera angles in the same way that RE always did it, like, this game would need tank controls in order to work. It'd be super disorienting otherwise with the constant cuts. Oh, right, this one with the gas. Okay, keep running. Oh, yeah. Oh, I stupidly ran into that, and I am amazed that it does not count as an insta-kill. It is so ridiculous. Okay, so. Yeah, right. I need to cast Dispel Magic on this. There are gonna be small inconveniences that somehow miss looking over in dev. Totally, yeah. That's always common, regardless of genre. It's the thing where it's like, it's funny too when you think about, like, games in this time frame, where it's like, both mechanically and technically, developers were totally starting to understand more how to, like, properly develop and design games in a 3D space. But, like, there's always, like, camera's always going to be that one thing where people get so uppity about, like, how it's done, that they just kind of wish that they would, like, do just having full manual control with the right stick at all times. Which I get, that works for some games, but I think there's always still, like, good reason to have a game that, like, tries to provide the optimal camera angle that it thinks it wants for you to have. Because it's like, if in an ideal world, I feel like most genres, save for stuff like first-person shooters, because that's kind of critical to it working, especially if you're doing it in a console setting, I feel like you need, like, if more genres in 3D were able to get away with, like, good camera without the need for manually adjusting it every time with the right stick, that would open up control options for even more interesting functions and mechanics. Like, imagine just how much more interesting this game could get with, like, some of its mechanics if you could use the C stick for something. Because it's not being used for any, like, camera control. You know? And I know that because this is Silicon Knights, I remember that they tried to do that with 2 Human with the right stick controlling, like, your attacks, but it was done poorly. But that was more to do with just, like, the implementation of that specific idea and not a damnation of the idea on principle. Which is always a problem that occurs if someone, like, tries something new and it fails. They assume that the core idea of it was bad. The GameCube had kind of a useless D-pad as well. Yeah, it kind of did. Like, I get why people do have the fondness they do for the GameCube. It definitely had very strong games in its library. But I always found it kind of odd that people extended that praise to it being also because of the controller and how it was somehow the best during its generation. But I'm just like, no. Like, I mean, like, sure, like, it's durable and such, and maybe you prefer having the asymmetrical stick layout if the DualShock's not your thing. But just the way that everything is arranged is, like, so specific to it that it makes it, weirdly enough, even more awkward when you're trying to have a multi-plat game running on it, and, like, the other 2 controller types have way more, like, sensible layouts. With, you know, with how the face buttons are, the D-pad, the shoulder buttons. Yeah. GameCube controller makes most sense when it's for the games that are clearly designed for it, which I guess is like an extension of what the N64 controller's problem was, although no one ever complains about the GameCube controller when it's compared to that 3-pronged monstrosity, which I love. But I'm the guy who likes the Duke Xbox controller. I can understand people that like that like the Duke. I can't really be comfortable with it, just because it's, weirdly enough, it kind of does have to do with, like, the face button layout of all things. Like, it's still the diamond pattern, but it's just slanted enough that, like, my fingers ended up resting on some of them in ways that, like, I know are not right. It just makes no sense. Oh god, yeah, that was like an original character detail for Elia. Yeah, 13 would have been just completely ridiculous. On top of already, like, being potentially skeevy, just on that detail alone. I mean, I know part of me just wants to say at least he's not David Cage, but then again, it's like Dyack already has like his own other type of like badness to him. Oh god, oh god, oh god. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. Get out of here. Damn it. No, 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 no. Okay. Oh. Oh no. Okay. Well, I hope I didn't proc any enemies or that there aren't any enemies in this specific room. I was just... I thought those blow darts would have just stopped as soon as like I got hit by one, because all the other traps do. Oh, that was scary. Clutch moment. Oh god, that's even worse! No! No! Oh. Congratulations, Eternal Darkness. You actually made me feel fear again after so long of not feeling any. But that's alright. We're gonna solve this problem with a shotgun. Like all good problems. No! Ah. Dang it, not enough, not enough. Okay, thank goodness that was the last hit, actually. Oh my goodness. Oh, man. That was messed up. I can't believe how I just survived all this. Okay. Oh, right, I gotta get closer to this. Please give me the rune I need or something. Oh, right, this, which I need to bring back to that acidic fountain. The one with the effluvial grime. Oh, yeah, okay. Whew. We're still good. We're still good. We can do this. But I also need to get a bit more magic going so I can do with the spell on this thing. Alright. That should be enough. And there it is. Yep, totally. Yeah, I made a mention of that, and funny enough, I was actually trying to get close enough to him dying to show that he did become immortal, but I got too greedy and killed the horror at the end of the chapter way too fast. Just because I got tired after the first couple of hits of just standing there and wanting to let it happen. So who knows? Okay. But yeah, he's totally immortal, which plays into when we see him again the next time we go to the cathedral, because that was always like another favorite moment of mine. Just acknowledging that like those characters and their actions still impact the rest of the world. So, okay. So we finished the circuit. Oh man. I still hate how some of these pressure plates are designed to be unavoidable. But yeah, now that we got, like, all of the runes unlocked to that barrier, all we have to do left is remove the crust from this necklace with the acid, head down, apply the bracelet and necklace to the statue, go down a level, get the tier 1 rune, and then summon a trapper to get us the Mantarok rune. AKA the nuke everything option. Just keep running, keep running, keep running. Oh. Didn't run into that the second time. Or at least not get crushed. Okay. Although, how's my... Yeah, my sanity is still high, all things considered. There have been, like, a distressing lack of bone thieves in order to, like, bring about some of the other, like, messed up sanity effects. Wait, I forget, was that... Right, hold on, that should have been the room. Oh, yes, it is. Okay. Yeah. Let's put this in here. Alright. Push the button. Yeah, that ain't water. Not in the slightest. Okay. So, right, and like that hallway at the south is like supposed to be, that's definitely where we have to summon the trapper, but that's only once we get the final rune. Brains of a potato. Yeah, now then. Put this here. And here. Yeah, already this is going a bit longer than the last stream did, but that's just because like those first 3 chapters were quite short. Lindsay says from here on, it's definitely the start of the chapters being a lot more involved in the ground you have to cover and puzzles to solve.
Ever since my parents died.
Yes. Ever since they were killed, you've been my little girl. Yes. My little girl.
Average chapter length is about an hour. Yeah, definitely. It does make me wonder, like, depending on how fast I can get through them, if it'll be even possible to keep the 3 per stream I have planned within a 3-hour limit. If not, I might have to readjust it to 2 afterwards, which, I mean, that'll still be fine, I suppose, you know? Because this is the 6th one, and there are like 12 characters to go through, you know? I mean, we've been going back to Alex in between each chapters, but the final one is essentially hers. Oh yeah, let's get the shotgun out for this big guy. I'm gonna use a Zelatoth one, so... Enchant item... Gotta get food and run some errands. Yeah, you take care of Raph. Yeah. There won't be much left for you to catch up on, say for like the beginning and, you know, the end and all that, but yeah. You do what you gotta do. Nothing to it. And now this is the part where we get back to where Elia's level was. We're now back at the bottom level. Ever wonder why Chatty is Zell's nemesis? I imagine this leads to a joke, but sure, go ahead. Because he's too stupid to be affected by her mental dominion. Totally makes sense. Just brute forces everything. Yeah, that's a good one. Alright. Brush this away, see what we got. Oh goody, another codex. Air attack. Let's actually double check just to see what all my runes are at currently. Cause, oh yeah. Basically the only, like, full rune I'm missing now is Paragon. I mean, like, obviously I'm missing Tyr, but I at least have the codex for that. So yeah, we're like, yeah, we just need this one, and we'll be able to secure us the Mantarok rune, because we'll finally get us the Trapper. Which is a bit later on. Paragon is next level. Yep, because that coincides with you getting the 5-point circle. Definitely. Oh man, next chapter's another great one. Heresy is so good. Yeah. I already feel like I'm trying to like spoil ahead of time like what it entails for people that might be watching like this, but it's just, yeah. Yeah, only thing now is backtracking for Mantarok, which is just we gotta keep going forward as much as we can until we get the final rune that we need. And then it's just a long trek back. Okay. Yeah. And then hopefully things will be wrapped up around hour 2 or so of this. Should be good. Oh wait, actually. You can never be too safe. Bring in the right elements. Until you get Mantarok, of course, in which case it just destroys everything. Yeah, you know what? I've still not been using the pistol enough, so just... There we go. Yeah. Ooh, double kill. Nice. Yeah, those two were lined up just nicely. That's awesome. Yeah, we're so close to the end anyway that it's like... I've done enough conserving of ammo by using the Kukri, so let's just gun everything where it stands. Sometimes the best catharsis you need in a game like this is to just use a gun. Oh yeah, he's got the rune. Yep, we got it now. And yeah, I'm actually not gonna finish off any of these. I've been so tapped up on Sanity as is that I might as well just let a little weirdness happen to hopefully spice up the trek back to the level above. Good thing Lindsay's a better runner than Max was. Alright. Oh yeah, even we could just, like, use the torch, because, I mean, like, get some extra light. It's not like we have to swing this at anything right now. Do-do-do. Yep, definitely. Yeah, Zealotad zombies are like are pretty frail, close to like what the neutral zombies are like. Though I think at this point on the trip back, we're not going to be seeing any more. Oh well. Yeah, that actually would have been a good opportunity to use it during that room where I got the tier 1 rune. Yeah. They're also covered in oil-soaked rag wrappings. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I remember the rags like that they're kind of wrapped in. I forgot about the oil-soaked parts. For sure. Okay. So, Okay, trying to get my bearings again on which direction. I think it's up. Oh, I guess we'll go. Yeah. Wait, no. That's... Oh, no, yeah, it is, because we came up from the left side, even though the map shows the stairs being on the right. Yep, I was correct. Okay. So we... Oh, yeah, I might as well do Jaturga, Tier, Preacher. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right, because we also did not pick up the spell scroll, but as established, you don't need that in order to actually, like, create a spell. You just need the runes. You could even have the runes without the codexes, and as long as you still recognize them, they will continue to work. Alright, here it is. Spell 6, cast, and yeah. We'll go with a little Jaturga Trapper. No, not Jaturga. Fuck, I mean, Zelatath, you know? A little green guy. Trapper's been summoned. Yeah. And fun fact, this is one of those spells where the effects are a lot more different depending on which power circle you use. Because we only have a level 3, we can only summon a Trapper, but once we get 5, we'll actually be able to summon a zombie, and then a horror with the 7th circle. Which is cool. Yeah. One thing there is one thing you always have in your inventory that's one of Mantarok's artifacts. Well, yeah, that's the, that's the tome itself, right? Pretty sure that's the point of it. Unless I'm missing something else. Yep, totally. Yeah, that's right. Because it's the way in which, you know, Mantarok basically grants you all, like, the magic and knowledge of all the other people that have used it. Even if that includes knowledge that comes well after your time. Because, you know, that's an important plot point. Remember to enchant the boomstick, absolutely. Gonna do that right now. There we go. And just one extra bullet. Make that 2. Wait, why did it... Oh. And now enchant with the gun power. Yes! Yeah. Admittedly, I was going to remember to do that for the next stream once I get to Paul Luther's chapter, just because we're so close to the end, but yeah, might as well do it just to show. So, enchant item, assign, Mantarok. Mantarok's magic effects are so freaking good on just about any of the spells that you use them for. Just because it creates like a lingering damage over time with that aura. It's even more fun once you get the shield spell and apply Mantarok to it. It's so good. Let's brush this away. Ah, yes. Not like we needed it, but sure, we'll get the codex for Mantarok's rune. Now to get to the end of the chapter. And yeah, head towards the screen. Yes, Mantarok's magic is an I win function, or as I like to actually call it, the nuke option. Because yeah, like as Cell says, does about 25% more damage to an enemy, regardless of of their alignment. It just supersedes all of it. Oh, Sweet! Shotgun shells! I could definitely have used some, even though, like... Wait a minute. Huh. That number's not going up.
This isn't really happening.
It's funny, I was actually talking with the co-commentator that I've been working with on my past few LPs, Kaboom Dragoon, and like he told me about like the about that very same Sanity effect and how like I think it was like one of his favorites just because of how when it first happens, like it is so subtle and how it communicates itself to you initially because you're like, oh sweet, extra ammo. You know, because it's like, it's not something silly as, like, your body parts falling off or you inexplicably growing larger or smaller. It's like more items than you would normally see otherwise, but then at the moment when you think, wait, something's off, then it flashes and you go, this can't be happening. Oh, it makes the enemy take damage like they're weak to the element. So... yeah, I was half right there. Then 50% there, then adds another 25 on top of that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I knew it was powerful, but yeah, just like, not to that extent, I realized. But yeah, point is, end of the day, Mantarok Rune is so good. Oh yeah, and of course the damage over time is very valuable. But yeah, like once you get this, it just breaks the whole magic system right over your knee. It's fun to use, but it clearly does, like, it's one of those things where if you really do feel like you want to uphold some sort of sanctimony of like the design itself in order to make yourself still feel scared, like sure, you could avoid using the Mantarok Rune. It is technically like more expensive to use per spell, but the temptation to use it is still there, and it's always rewarding to use anyway. Like, the only other times I could think of why you would, like... especially because there's the Reveal Invisible spell. That's actually a fun, very significant difference that occurs when you use the Mantarok Rune with it. Because the original point of the Invisible spell is to, basically... reveal things that are invisible based on the alignment. But with Mantarok, if I recall, it does the inverse, as you're about to see. It makes you invisible. Oh no, who could have ever seen that coming? Yeah. It's really cool. And I definitely do wish that there was, like, a bit more effort into the spells to try and come up with more creative inverses of their effects based on if you use the Mantarok Rune. Because otherwise, they're pretty straightforward in that they just do the same thing the other alignments would do, just way more powerful. Still, very fun. And there's probably, like, a version of this magic system in my head that would be, like... better thought out to still let it feel super powerful without completely breaking the game balance. But it's fine as is. This game is still amazing and kind of a miracle in a way that it came out as good as it did. Yes, that's true. The only runes Mantarok cannot be used on are for summoning. Cause like, Mantarok doesn't have any trappers or, like, horrors or other monsters associated with him. Correct. Yeah, so that is the one limitation. And by nature of, like, certain puzzles, you'll still have to use one of the alignments anyway. He has zombies, but they're this week, yeah. But I thought you told me that, like, the zombies, like, weren't aligned with him, at least the ones that we were facing. But, oh well. I'm getting kind of confused. It's also a bit late right now. Oh yeah, and there's the Summon Trapper spell scroll that we didn't need because we already knew what it was. Bam. Bam. Yeah, actually, I'm just gonna run forward now. It's not like I'm looking to, like, save up my sanity or anything for this, because there's the goal right there. And another favorite cutscene, just for kind of the humorousness of it all and showing just how kind of a buffoon Pius is.
The power of Mantarok is not easily controlled.
What makes you think I want to control it?
Arrogant man. Kill him! Make sure you succeed this time.
Okay, yeah, that does make more sense, yeah. Because technically because of Mantarok's role in the overall story, I guess it wouldn't make too much sense if he was still trying to, like, pit his own forces against you. But I mean, who knows, it could be. The whole point is that he has some big, huge gambits planned that, like, still works anyway if you beat the game 3 times. And whether or not all the details make sense doesn't matter, because he's an eldritch being beyond human comprehension, so why should it matter? But yeah, get wrecked, Pius. And with that, we're getting to the end of Lindsay's chapter, and thankfully it will not end with his demise. Consider the other 3 are all in outer planes while Mantarok had made himself manifest on Earth. He technically won. He did, yeah. Even as he was dying, he still made sure that he would stay winning.
I have waited many centuries for you. It was not easy hiding from the Dark Ones as they searched for me. At first they passed by, not thinking that the heart was inside my dead body. But I was forced to find refuge here. You must seal the heart so it never contacts your flesh, and take it to the gathering of light. Take the heart there, or the world shall fall under a reign of eternal darkness.
Idol drop again.
The veil of reality can only be pulled back so far, mortal. Take your stand and fight the darkness.
Yes, he's a potato brain. And there's the heart. Good old Lindsay gets to live another day in his own faux Indiana Jones adventures. And also writing his own pulp novels. As shown here by this cover. The Demon and the Chimera. Assuming I didn't butcher that pronunciation. Okay. I'll consider this. Mantarok's minions are in his name. Okay. Yeah. Yeah! I wish I had, like, just one of those, like, mind-blown gifs ready to go just for just conveying my reaction to that. Oh my god. Alright, that's it now. 2 hours in for the stream, and we got through Kareem, Max, and Lindsay. So yeah, next stream will again be tomorrow evening. Looking forward to doing Paul Luther's chapter, because that's just another one. Definitely like in the top 3. 6 down, 6 to go. Yeah, it's just like in-game time, 3 hours, 38 minutes, and we're just only halfway through now. Cool. But yeah, thanks for being here, watching, and just joking around and posting all the wonderful cursed content that you do. And thanks again to Wrath as well for showing up for when he did. Yeah. Sunday night, more eternal darkness and fighting against the eldritch horrors that be. Have a good evening, everyone. Peace out.